I have a shale alkali type dirt that does not like to grow anything. How can we improve it? And this is Stephanie from Olathe, Colorado. So what do you think about that one, Joelle? Yeah, shale alkali type dirt.
Obviously, it's not conducive to growing things, is why she wants to know if she can do something with it. And yes, she can. She can add organic matter of any kind. And, you know, you might want to get a soil pH test to see where you're at. So there might be other products that you could add if the pH is off somehow. But organic matter to the soil, loosen it up, and she should be able to grow something in that.
And depending on, you know, what level of commitment and like machinery she has to be able to make that happen, because that's could be a lot of product when it comes down to the math of it. How much organic matter, how are you going to get that incorporated into the soil? They maybe wanted to just consider growing in raised beds again, and then you have complete control over that growing media, and you don't have to worry as much about what's going on in that native soil zone, as long as we make those beds deep enough to grow and support whatever particular crops that they're wanting to grow. So, you know, always an option is just to go with above ground growing.
I like that.
A lot of people will do that.
Yeah, a lot of people will.
And it is so hard, another thing I'll add, it's so hard to fight pH. So if she has a high alkali soil, if you're above 7 and we need to bring that down, you're always gonna have to fight that pH. Our soils naturally wanna migrate back towards whatever their original pH was. Makes sense, right? And so, instead of us trying to change the soil to be able to grow things that we want, I'd say let's grow the things we want in soil that we have complete control over. Not always soil, we'll call it a media. Media that we have complete control over. And then look at growing things in those native soils. Let's take cues from nature. Like, look out and see what things are growing naturally in those climates, in those environments around her. And those are the things, right, that we need to lean more towards to grow in those native soils in a landscape type setting, so that we're not always having to come back to that discrepancy of, you know, not enough organic matter to have a pH.
Yeah, that's the whole pH thing is tricky. You know, that nutrient availability thing, I mean, it's the old barrel. Right.
Yes,
it is.
It's like, too much, not enough. And you're right. Once it gets above 7, you know, fighting with elemental sulfur, you try to bring that down.
It's a lot.
It's tricky.
And of course, you got rain and it leaches out.
Yeah,
and
so you have to think about environmental conditions.
Redoing it again, but if you know, if she looks, maybe she doesn't like the plants that are around there, and that's why you would go to a raised bed, because you know, when you have your own soil mix and you know what you want to grow, if you just put it in a container of any kind, it's going to do well. You might have to do a little more watering.
Yes.
But
you
can grow stuff.
All right.